has accidentally leaked the iPad mini, and this time it's a bigger slip than usual. Buried inside Apple's own macOS kernel debug kit is evidence the iPad mini 8 could be running the A20 chipset, the same one expected in the iPhone 18 Pro. Not A19 Pro, A20 Pro. And if that's true, there is absolutely no universe where Apple launches this thing before the iPhones, which suddenly turns earlier late 2026 rumors into something more specific. September, that's when we should expect this iPad mini 8. Because Apple does not, under any circumstances, ship a device with its newest Pro chipset before the iPhone that introduces it. The iPad mini wouldn't jump the queue. If it's A20 Pro, it launches alongside the iPhone 18 series. Full stop. And that lines up eerily well with earlier third quarter chatter about the iPad mini 8. Now, to be fair, this leak comes with a little asterisk. Previous rumors claimed the mini would use the A19 Pro instead, and even the source who shared this internal piece of software admits Apple may have tested multiple configurations internally, plans change, prototypes evolve, and Apple is nothing if not indecisive until the last second. But the existence of A20 Pro codenames tied to the mini is still a massive tell, especially when you zoom out and look at the other upgrades being rumored. Because this is not shaping up to be a quiet October press release iPads, this looks like a proper redesign, and Apple historically loves showing these off on stage. The iPad mini 6 debuted alongside the iPhone 13 with a full screen overhaul, and if the mini 8 really is getting OLED, a bigger display, new speaker tech and improved water resistance, September 2026 makes perfect sense. Big visual upgrades need big marketing moments. Apple doesn't whisper those. And yes, let's talk about OLED because that's the headline glow up here. The iPad mini might finally ditch LCD and join the premium display club. Bloomberg and multiple Korean outlets have all circled 2026 for OLED minis, which makes this one of the rare moments where several rumor pipelines accidentally agree instead of violently contradicting each other. Yay! Instant Digital claims the mini would be the second non-Pro iPad to move to OLED, with the Air following later once Apple finishes emotionally preparing itself. At the moment, OLED is still Pro exclusive, so bringing this to the mini would be a massive shift, and honestly long overdue. Once you go OLED, every LCD starts looking like it's wearing sunglasses indoors. You get perfect blacks, insane contrast, fast response times, better viewing angles. It's better in every single aspect. Each pixel lights itself so the screen actually feels alive, and on a compact device like the mini, OLED hits even harder. It's like giving espresso to something that already was caffeinated. If you're enjoying this breakdown and want more leaks explained without the fluff, make sure you subscribe and tap that hype button. It genuinely helps a small channel like mine reach people who are just as unreasonably invested in Apple's roadmap. But OLED isn't even the weird part this time. The genuinely unhinged rumor is the speaker redesign. According to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, Apple's experimenting with a vibration-based speaker system that removes the need for traditional speaker holes entirely. No grills, no cutouts, just aluminium glass and vibes. The idea is that the iPad mini's chassis itself vibrates to produce sounds. Think Sony's acoustic Surface TVs, but shrunk down and wrapped in Apple marketing confidence. Tiny actuators, or exciters, which sounds like something Apple would definitely trademark, would vibrate different parts of the body to create stereo separation. So imagine watching a video and the audio feels like it's directly coming from the screen. It's ridiculous, it's unnecessary, and if Apple pulls this off, it's going to be insufferably cool. There are challenges, of course. Base hates flat surfaces, physics remains annoying, and touching the device can interfere with vibrations. Sony had to add subwoofers behind its TVs to compensate, but of course, TVs have air gaps and the screens are made of plastic. It's harder to do that with a small device that has a glass display, but we shall see what Apple ends up cooking. The real benefit with this though is durability, to be honest. No speaker holes means fewer ingress points for water and dust, which explains the parallel rumor of improved water resistance. Microphone holes will still exist, humans insist on speaking to their devices, but better sealing across the boards makes the mini a perfect testbed. If it works here, the iPhone is next, the portless dream refuses to die. Back to the display for a second because OLED actually brings some real world benefits beyond vibes. Dark mode becomes actually dark, films look cinematic, reading at night is easy on the eyes, and because pixels can turn off individually, battery life improves in subtle but meaningful ways. Using an OLED mini in a night flight where the blacks melt into the cabin darkness, elite experience. Rumours say the Mini won't get the dual stack LTPO OLED from the Pro models, which technically puts 120Hz ProMotion in question, but I'm calling nonsense. If the iPhone 17 has 120Hz, Apple is not going to launch a premium iPad mini in 2026 stuck at 60Hz without getting yelled at by the internet for a full year. The display is also expected to grow slightly from 8.3 inches to 8.7 thanks to slimmer bezels. That's the ideal upgrades. More screen, same one-handable footprint. Combine that with OLED and suddenly the Mini feels futuristic instead of being that adorable tablet Apple remembers every few years. Now chip-wise, this is where the new leak really changes the conversation. Earlier rumours pointed towards the A19 Pro, likely a bin version similar to what we saw in the iPhone Air. That would be a big jump from the A17 Pro, but A20 Pro? That's a statement. That's Apple saying the Mini is no longer a side character. And I guess since we recently heard about the iPad 12 getting the A19, that does increase the likelihood of the Mini getting a one generation newer chipset than the base iPads. Though similar to the iPhone Air, the A20 Pro and the iPad mini could be binned, maybe has one less GPU core compared to the iPhone Pros, but regardless, this should still be a powerhouse. RAM is also expected to jump to 12 gigs, which neatly aligns with Apple pushing more Apple Intelligence features on device. Better multitasking, smoother longevity, and a mini that ages like fine wine instead of skimmed milk. Design-wise, don't expect drama. Flat edges stay, Touch ID in the power button stays, lightweight, compact feel stays, bezels shrink, the screen grows, the body possibly thins, and everything just feels more premium without losing the Mini's identity. Apple Pencil Pro support remains a given, a Magic Keyboard though, only if your hands belong to a Star Wars creature. It would be cool to see the Square sensor on iPhone 17 come to the iPad mini too, though this hasn't been rumoured. I know this is primarily used to take selfies in landscape, but since the mini is also mainly used in portrait, you could do video calls in landscape without rotating the iPads, which I think many would appreciate. So yeah, I'm hoping we get that. I did see one of you guys say it will come with a LiDAR sensor, but I have my doubts about that. That will likely stay exclusive to the iPad Pro. Connectivity upgrades are expected as well. We should see the M1 chipset that brings Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, and Thread support, as well as Type-C like the current model. Thunderbolt stays Pro exclusive though because Apple enjoys hierarchy. Cellular models should pick up Apple's C1X or C2 modem by then, which means better efficiency and fewer Qualcomm invoices. So, should you buy the current iPad mini or wait? Wait, absolutely wait. If even half of this lands, OLED, A20 Pro, redesigned speakers, water resistance, bigger display, this will be the biggest mini upgrade since the iPad mini 6. Just emotionally prepare yourself for that rumoured $599 starting price. Yeah, it's gonna get more expensive. The iPad mini is shaping up to be the perfect blend of portability, performance, and genuinely forward-looking tech. OLED fixes its biggest weakness, the Pro Class chipset gives it real longevity, and the speaker redesign could quietly change Apple's hardware future. Let me know, are you holding out for the OLED mini or grabbing the current A17 Pro model while it's discounted? And before you go, don't forget to subscribe and hit the hype button. It helps more than you think and it makes sure you don't miss the next time Apple leaks its own future by accident.